Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is three BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer.
Well, hello, fellas.
How'd I do?
How'd do?
How'd do?
Well, how'd do?
I know.
So what's going on? No, I mixed up two things.
Yeah.
All right, and you remember Madagascar? Like the animated movie about the animals?
Madagascar,
Vaguely,
sure.
And they like get there and that little spider, like he's like, I can't remember what's
spider?
happening. There's like a little spider that like, I don't know. He's
I
like,
don't
oh,
remember
I'm afraid of the jungle. He's like, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of or something like that. And they like turn, like they lift this rock and there's like a little spider and it's like, well, how to do? And then like everybody just fucking flips shit. I don't know.
I did not remember that part.
It's so fucking funny to me when I was a kid. But
that's a good
anyways.
movie. What's up, guys? How's life treating you?
You know, it's life.
I ain't dead.
I do know.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm alive. I'm here. You know.
none of us, knock on wood, got the COVID. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to take precautions with that, you know,
Mhm.
whole compromised immune system and whatnot.
Yeah, we made
Serious
it through.
business, you know?
Yeah.
It was very, very serious.
Yeah.
What have you guys been doing though?
I went to Galveston this past weekend.
Hey,
the place
that's
that,
fun.
You hate Galveston, Joel.
I do. No seashells
you
by
do
the
in Galveston?
seashore.
So my folks were staying down there at a park for a couple weekends. So I went down there this past weekend to hang out with them.
That's
and my
fun.
brother also came from Canyon Lake, and we went to this place called Mob Bar, and there was a burlesque show,
Oh, cool.
which is and I had very low expectations on the women that were going to be performing in this burlesque show because it's Galveston and it's also off season.
I don't. What technically is a burlesque show? I don't even
Just
really
like
know what that is.
I mean, in the definition that we saw there, damn near a strip show, like strip club.
okay.
Like they can't show nipple, but they might as well be like with the show.
okay.
Interesting.
But no, went to it with very low
He
expectations.
came. That's all that matters.
I came at the burlesque. Quote. Clip it.
I had very low expectations for the women that were going to be performing because it is Galveston. It's also the off season. You know, nobody goes
I
to
used
Galveston.
to live out there
yeah.
for a while, so
It's a
off
dark
season
place.
is actually my favorite time because it's
It's
super
nice.
busy during the summer. and
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
and
way too
Can't
touristy.
park anywhere, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, and-
Like you know, you can hang out on the beach and not swim still, and like it's nice.
I mean,
you
I
know?
do that in the summer anyways. I
Yeah.
don't swim in Galveston.
The weird thing about
Um,
Galveston, I feel like at night, like if you're walking down, like not the wall. Obviously, the wall's safe to an extent, but like
Nowhere in Galveston.
nowhere in Galveston. is safe. I feel like at any moment you're gonna get capped. Like
Well,
just
No
walking.
doubt, it's
And
very.
that's part of the charm, really.
What?
Like,
Part of
look,
the
man.
magic.
Look, man, if
Look-
you're going to places where you ain't got to maybe fight off some
It's like
homeless,
Rikers
are you really
Island out
having
there,
a good
bro.
time?
Like
I'm saying you better bring like 2 bike chains with you if you got a bike, okay? That's
Look,
all I'm saying, you know?
Me and my buddies have walked through Galveston very drunkenly at night to go get some Denny's. We
Yeah.
walk through the avenues and stuff. It gets
It's
a little sketchy.
a little sketchy.
But the homeless, like, they're too fucked up to do anything to you. You just push them over, like.
There's a lot of people out there doing a lot of bad things.
And
And
the
I know this
Denny's.
from firsthand
There's
experience, but you know what? It's also a good time a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
great, yeah.
You know?
It can
So-
be.
The
You know-
Strand isn't as bad. Like the little downtown area, there you don't see as much sketchy shit there. But yeah, if you get off in the avenues, like behind the seawall and stuff, yeah, you'll see some sketchy shit.
I don't know, man. Galveston, it's like I don't like. I think there's something wrong with me, guys. I don't like the beach. Like everybody
Well,
likes.
I don't
the
like
beach.
Galveston Beach either. That's the
No,
thing.
just in general, I just don't like the beach. Like I don't like sand.
I do
I'm
like
like
the beach.
Anakin about
I like
that
the
shit.
beach.
I like the beach a lot, actually.
Really?
Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I go out on the beach, I'll sit there, I drink, I have a good time.
Contemplate.
Maybe that's
Look
why I
out-
don't like it. I don't
look
drink
out
when I go
into-
to the beach.
Ah, you got to drink while you go to the beach.
That would
That's
make
a big part
anything
of,
better. Yeah, I
tell
think.
ya.
Yeah,
You
like
get a couple of drinks in. I'm always a little like, why the fuck am I here at my first? And then I drink a couple drinks, and I'm like, you know what? I love the beach.
yeah, it's this. Like
Put
I
some
think
music on, you know.
when you have a little bit of that, inebriation, it kind of takes away. Like you stop caring so much about the sand and everywhere. I would imagine you're more just like whatever.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
me, I hate leaving the beach. Once I get there, like I'm like, oh, fuck. When we leave here, I have to go fucking walk around all sandy.
Oh, I've got it down
See,
to
I
an
don't get
art,
into
bro.
the
Like
sand,
what you
yeah.
got to do is like, first of all, you got to jump in the ocean, right?
Okay, I'm in the
And, like
ocean.
wash all the sand off of you, okay? And then you get like a big bucket of water, right? And
Alright.
you take it back to the car with you because
From the ocean?
from the ocean.
Yeah, but it's salt water.
yeah, but listen, it's okay.
Do you
So-
want salt water or sand on you, sir?
Neither.
Look,
Well,
what you're gonna do is you're gonna wash your feet off with the
Yeah,
sand, and then you're gonna just drive back to your hotel and wash the salt water off.
Okay, so you're staying at a hotel. I feel like most of the time I go to Galveston, it's like
it's
a day trip.
Oh, fuck that.
And that's why
No.
I absolutely
And so another
hate
good
it.
thing in
You're
Galveston,
doing Galveston wrong.
if you're
sir.
doing Galveston for the same price as a hotel, you can get like an Airbnb and
Yes.
like that's on the beach and
Actually,
literally just
cheaper.
hop out your fucking door and be on the beach. The last one I stayed at had a fucking arcade machine in it. It was tight.
Okay, that sounds tight as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
It was
no,
so cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're doing Galveston all wrong. Anytime I go to the beach
Hey,
or
let's
go
all
to Galveston,
throw down. We'll go on a fucking Airbnb.
guys,
It'll be a
I
good time.
have
down.
I have an Airbnb we can all just go to.
like you
Like-
just own one?
Like my family has.
Oh,
my,
okay. I
My
was like,
grandfather, yeah, my
oh.
grandfather owns a house down there that they rent out, and then they use like when they go to Galveston,
Boy, let's
but they
go.
rent out as an Airbnb, and like all we'd have to do is pay the cleaning charge. That's it.
I'm so down.
See,
That'd
like,
be fun.
Yeah. And anytime I go to Galveston, I'm either staying there or my buddy, his family owns several Airbnbs down there. So like I've always got a place to stay. You don't ever do day trips to Galveston.
I'm super down. If you go do that, let me know. I'll bring some food or something. I'll cook. It'll be a good time.
yeah, I think I've just always done Galveston the poor way because that's how I grew up. Like we would always just like go stay at the shittiest place and then like do that. And so like I just kind of have a bad taste in my mouth about it.
But the mob bar was cool. The speakeasy was dope. The show was good. The ladies were very pretty. And yeah, it was a good time.
Nice.
There used to be a bar I would go to out there all the time. What was it called? The Float. I used to go
The
to
float, yeah, the
You
float
ever
is
been to the
dope.
Float?
Yeah.
I love the Float.
I like the float, except I don't like it when it's super busy because that pool will get disgusting.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
don't,
could see,
I don't
like,
even swim in
A
it. But,
film of oil just floating on the top. Like,
but the food
but
there
it's
is
a good
pretty
time.
good. If you get,
Is it?
yeah.
The spot.
I don't
burger,
ever
dude.
order food there
If
because
you go there early in the day, like, which is, it's kind of a nighttime spot, but if you go there, like, early
I
in
always
the
go
day.
there during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
me and my buddy Eddie would go
get
there.
fish tacos next time you're there.
Really?
Yeah.
We ordered food one
And you
time
gotta
and
go
it took
there
like an
at
hour to
night,
get the
bro.
food, and
The
it wasn't
fuck-
even busy.
At nighttime, well, weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know,
Maybe
but
you
I
got-
love the
you probably
float.
went on a bad day,
Maybe.
Sometimes, most of the time it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for reference, people who don't know, the float is like this bar that's right there on the seawall, and they've got a pool, and the whole bar is kind of built around the pool. So you can be in the water,
you can swim up to
swim
the
up to a
bar.
bar, order a
It's
drink,
also got
chill.
like a patio. You can like go up to the second floor outside.
So really, Jamel, it's perfect for you actually, because you don't like the beach, so you ain't got to deal with no sand. As long as it's not like super
It's just
busy,
the
pool.
water.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
nice.
the pool's nice as long as it ain't super busy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome. See, I
Yeah.
like that. And then yeah,
Yeah, and then you can look across the street and be like, oh, the beach,
There's the beach.
without the sand.
I do like the Strand. The Strand
It's got
is
a
kind
good
of
view
cool.
of Pleasure Pier too, so you can see that all lit up at night. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I really like the Strand too, just because of like the historical buildings and stuff. I love the historical architecture.
There's a lot of good
Ghost.
history out there. Yeah.
Dude, the history of Galveston's awesome. But yeah,
Anyways.
we all know I like Galveston.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
A super
Yeah.
time, yeah.
I've been fighting off scammers all week.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Why have they
Like,
been coming at
Somebody
you?
hacked my like Epic account or something.
Oh gosh.
And because they changed like my email address, it won't let me change the email address for another like 4 months. So I like contacted Epic support or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, we're looking into your case. There's definitely some fishy activity going on, and we're gonna do." And
Someone
then they,
logged in India.
and then they kind of ghosted me. They just stopped replying to me altogether, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna try again in a little bit. But like, I'm still able to log in through my account. I think because
you just can't
whoever's
change your email.
yeah. So
Can you change your password?
Yes, but it will log me out probably if I do that, and I don't know how to. I don't know, like, it just doesn't seem worth it to, like, basically all that would do is alert the guy that I changed the password, you know what I mean?
That would lock him out.
No,
But I
because then
don't
he could
know
just do
his-
a reset if
here's the
his
thing,
email is still attached.
I don't know his email. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I don't know the email that would log me
Oh,
back
he
in.
changed your email.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Who the hell is
shit.
going around
'Cause
hacking Epic
Here's the
accounts?
thing.
though? Like,
I
what
think
the
I got
'Cause
hacked
they
through
got
my
credit cards
Facebook
on 'em.
Yeah.
account. Because I did the thing where it's like, you know, sign into the Epic store through, sign in through Facebook. You know, so I clicked, you know, it seemed easy, and it was easy. But now I'm in a big fucking pickle because I tried to do the easy way. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Anyways, so there's that. And then I've been, like, I don't know, man. The scammers have been relentless lately. And fucking...
That's
prank
fucking
like
crazy.
not scam calls and shit, a lot of scam texts, a lot of shit like that. Somebody got my fucking information and they're spreading it around like wildfire. You know what I mean?
That shit's scary, and it's hard to clean up too.
It really is. It's a mess.
Well,
It's a mess.
best of luck to you on
It's really
getting all
just-
that figured out.
The worst problem
Yeah.
is, like, I have so many cool games on my Epic store,
Yeah.
and I just figured out how to play them all on my Steam Deck, and then I got fucking locked out of the fucking Epic store on my Steam Deck. And it's like, man, I really just want to play Red Dead 2 without buying it again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Nice.
that's some bullshit.
That would be nice. But
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Steam Deck, though, I got my fucking Steam Deck dock in the mail pretty, like, yesterday.
the
I
Steam
think.
Dock.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can
Steam
hook-
Deck dock.
Yeah.
Say
You can hook
that-
it up to
say
the,
that 10
the,
times fast.
the TV.
Is it just a cable?
No, it's like a...
Little station.
It's like a
kinda
platform with a cable coming out of it, right? And
Mm.
you put the Steam Deck on the platform, you plug the cable in, and it charges the Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
And then it gives you like several ports on the dock that you can put like USB,
Controllers
you
in.
know, controllers or
Oh,
like
that's tight.
mouse and keyboard or whatever. And then it's also got an HDMI port that like hooks up to your TV, and it's also got an Ethernet port where you can hook.
That's actually really tight.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sweet. I mean, it could effectively replace a computer for sure. Like,
yeah, eventually, when the technology gets smaller to
Or
like to be
console.
more powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, it could, if you were using a 1080p monitor, it could replace a low-end gaming computer
Yeah.
easily. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're willing to play a lower graphic settings, you could get like pretty decent frame rates and shit with it. Like, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty good. Like,
that's badass.
yeah.
Does it have like a desktop mode whenever you
Yeah,
plug it in?
totally. You can switch it on. You can switch to desktop mode just even when you're holding it in your hand if you want.
Yeah.
You just hold the power button and then you can hit switch to desktop mode.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
It's
Oh,
really
it's nice.
neat.
Jamel.
And when
what
you
a-
have it on desktop mode, you can even use it as like an extended display, so you can like drag and drop between the two displays if you want, or you can just have it be like one display mirrored on both. You can use it as two screens basically. If
Oh,
you
that's
want,
dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they
pretty,
didn't have to do that, but they did.
They did. Yeah.
That's-
I haven't
yeah.
watched The Last of Us yet, though. That's what I've been wanting to watch.
I did, and that's why I was kind of running a little
Oh,
late.
yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
realize it ran. It's an hour and 20 minutes for the first
Oh,
episode.
good. I was kind of hoping it would be like a feature-length fucking film type
Yeah.
thing for the first episode. Don't
Yeah.
ruin it. But
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
There's not really anything to ruin.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
maybe there's some sort of, off the beat of the normal thing, like
It's
It's
good.
basically the game. Like, that's all I gotta say. I'm not spoiling anything for you. It's literally like, in my opinion, it was basically the game.
I think that's what everybody wants. That's what I want
Yeah.
personally. That you don't need to change much from the game to make it great.
No,
you
no.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, other than the spores, there's no spores. Like,
are the tendrils weird?
the tendrils are basically, it's just zombies. It's like if you get bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, or at least so far as I can tell,
we hadn't really seen the later.
like how it actually Well, no,
The spores made so much sense to me because it was like, that's how it spread so fast and blah blah blah. You know, it's like,
well,
I think
that's
that's how it was spreading.
No, it was there's no spores in this. It's only tendrils. So like that they like made that very clear. We did a news article of it last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like the like
Yeah,
stuff that's the
yeah.
tendrils. So like the bite. So like they have to spread it by contact basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I just thought because like in the show, people who didn't come in like in the beginning of the outbreak, people who didn't come in contact with anything were like turning. I thought-
Well, no,
I
because
thought.
remember.
They said they went into the
yeah,
city,
into the
and
city.
hospitals, and
Yeah, but see, my thing is like it's like it's great. Like, but I thought it was funny because I was like showing my girlfriend. I was like, okay, we got to watch this. Like she she didn't know it was a video game or anything. I kept that to myself just because I wanted to see how she would react to the show, like not knowing that it was like a game adaptation. She was like, oh man, it's gonna be The Walking Dead all over again. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't think so. But like, and I was like, no, it's based off a game. It's like a whole thing about like the guy and the girl. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that could be good. Because like she watched all of Walking Dead, and like people are just done with that shit. So I think like
it is pretty. I mean, I can see how you get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially
but I bet
with like
there
the
are
vibe.
a lot of people who are like, Walking Dead's over now, and they're probably like just fucking crackheads for that shit. Like, I don't have my zombie fix. I need something.
Right.
Probably the perfect time to drop a new zombie show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hadn't seen any like numbers on how the episode or like the premiere did yet.
I have seen a lot of people talking
Good,
highly
yeah.
of it. You know what I mean?
And I think that's because it's so just close to the game. Like I think people are like, okay, cool. They're not fucking with it. Like,
and obviously, like HBO, the production quality is through the
Great,
roof.
yeah.
Good.
Really, really good.
Very good. Very
Looks
good.
good.
Yeah, all
That's
the
what I need.
props and like the scenes and like everywhere that they're at and
the
everything,
actors
like
and everything.
it all looks really good.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Pedro Pascal or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
He's so weird to me. Like in the way that like I can never narrow down what he actually looks like. Because like they keep every time he turns his face or like from a different angle, it's like he has a different face shape. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like you see him in pictures and you're like, he looks like Joel, or he looks like, like just like a handsome dude. But then there'll be like a shot of him like, from like underneath, and he looks like out of shape, and I'm like, wait. What? And then like, or like it'll be at like a different thing. Like,
Well,
like Brad
he's
Pitt,
got a
you
big
see,
face,
yeah,
though.
you see like
Very
Brad Pitt, and his
pronounced.
face always looks the same. You know who Brad Pitt is. You know what I'm saying? you
Not
see,
gotten-
yeah, you see like
They're probably trying to make Pedro Pascal look older than he really is.
I
because
think that might be the
Joel
case.
in the game is like in his like early 60s or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that,
in his
you know what I mean?
50s
Yeah.
in this one
Yeah.
because it starts out he's
56.
36 and then it goes
Yeah.
20 years.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's 56, and they do that by like making his hair whiter.
Yeah,
but,
just
like,
great.
yeah, like,
They just add a streak of white.
yeah, because there's
and like a little bit of like wrinkling, but not a lot.
yeah, there's like that one at one part where it's like, how old are you? 36. I'm like, he is not 36, bro. Like Pedro Pascal looks at least 40, like in real life.
And I'm sorry, but if you go through 20 years of like end of the world shit,
Yeah.
you're gonna be looking a little more rough than that.
It's like they just kind of like highlighted his hair with like they gave him some salt and pepper, but
I don't know, maybe not though, because you've been out there like doing
Working.
shit every day, moving that bod. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Well, I
maybe
just
you
mean
stay
like
in
your
shape.
face.
yeah, the
like,
face.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like he's in like, and that's the other thing, which is fine because I don't think Joel's in really great shape. This guy doesn't look like he's in.
He's in adequate shape.
Yeah, he's just a normal guy.
Survive-
Joel did beat a lot of ass.
He
so,
did.
You know what I mean?
And-
Like,
But he's not like Nathan Drake, where it's like like wearing tight shirts to like look.
climbing ledges.
oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like he just looks like your average guy from wherever. So like, which is great. But I just find that so weird. Like he's one of the only actors where I can like if you tell me Pedro Pascal. Like I can't imagine what his face looks like because it looks different in every
I
scene.
have a very vivid image in my head when you say Pedro Pascal.
Really?
Yeah, and it's when he's like making the serious face, like.
Maybe it's because I haven't seen him in too much other things like where it shows
You know
his
who?
face.
You know who he really looks like though?
Who?
Trudeau. He looks like Trudeau and what?
Are you talking about a Canadian
No,
guy?
the main Canadian guy. He looks like
the main.
he looks like
Canadian guy.
no. And who does Trudeau look like? There's like some funny conspiracy that what Trudeau's father is
Who the fuck is
the
Trudeau?
Cuban motherfucker. Oh my god.
Are we still talking about The Last of Us?
Yes. Yeah, Pedro Pascal. I said Pedro.
Oh, he does kind of look like him. Yeah.
Yeah, but and in turn, Trudeau everybody says that Trudeau looks exactly like the Cuban fucking dictator, the famous Cuban guy.
Oh,
my
Shea,
God.
whatever.
Fidel Castro?
No, Fidel
Castro.
yeah.
Jesus Christ! Why
And
could I
I
not?
guess you throw like a little facial.
Oh
hair
no,
on
no,
that guy.
that looks like him. Yeah. See,
Oh yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
can see it. What if they're all the same person?
they're all related.
that is so weird. Like,
yeah, and
Yeah, you
then
throw a
they
mustache
all
on that
three.
guy.
Yeah, him, Castro, and Trudeau all look alike. Like,
now, like, I'm looking at Pedro Pascal because now I think Justin Trudeau looks more like Pedro Pascal than Pedro Pascal does. Like, okay, so like, look at this picture of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it.
All right. Now, you see this, Devin? All right. Like, this is bad for radio, but like,
Yeah, that says bad radio. Sorry, y'all.
What's
Sorry.
that?
listen.
Oh my God.
That's Castro and,
We
and
gotta have
Pascal.
a Fidel Castro movie where Pedro Pascal plays fucking Fidel Castro. It's over.
but then he looks
Settled.
like this, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
He's a man of many faces, or a
Like-
man of no face. If you put him in a Mandalorian
Feel-
costume,
he looks
you know
like
what
that, and then he looks like this, and I'm like, which
Yeah.
one? It's the different angle. Like, he has a different face at every angle.
That's why he's a perfect actor, because you can just put a different light on him, and he's just a totally different
He
person.
can change his face.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
it.
I'm gonna end it with that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. But yeah, great show so far.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be really, really good.
What have you guys been playing?
I didn't really play a whole lot this past week. I played a little bit of VR.
Okay.
Yeah,
What you been
'cause,
playing on the VR or something?
Pavlov. Yeah, I was playing some Pavlov. And the fuck else did I play? There was something. No, I think it was just Pavlov. Yeah, I played a little bit of Pavlov and then just Warzone here and there. But
Warzone.
yeah, basic bitch shit.
I haven't been playing much VR lately, but I think that's just because I'm so anticipating the VR2, the PSVR 2. You know what I mean? I'm just so ready to have it that I can't
Yeah.
even like.
When is it? The 12th?
It's
11th?
February 22nd, I think.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
That sucks.
I know. That's okay.
It's like more than a month away.
It's coming right. It's coming.
Yeah, I say it's better to just like
It'll
go
be here.
quit cold turkey for a while, and then whenever your new one gets here, it'll just feel so much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah.
I definitely want to come over and
Oh,
try it.
Bro, yeah. I'm gonna bring it up here. Like, I'll come like an hour early one day, and we can all
Hell yeah.
we can all just jump in for a little bit.
It's been
you know?
getting like the folks I've been having the hands on have been saying lots of good things about it.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm just waiting until Hogwarts comes out.
Oh
basically,
my God,
just
I
biding
can't
my
wait for
time.
that.
But what about you, Brent? What you been playing?
Let's see. I've been playing Mass Effect 3 still, very slowly, just going through that. I'm playing Fallout 4 a little bit, just for fun, just for shits and gigs.
I've been thinking about going back and running a different storyline in Fallout 4.
I'm actually kind of regretting my life choices right now on Fallout 4 because I picked a. I was gonna make like a melee build, you know what I mean? And I maxed out my strength and stuff, and then I don't know. Now I'm not really feeling it anymore.
Because you hate having to get so close,
Yeah,
running up to
you know,
everything.
I just want to use a normal weapon, and I kind of regret it. So I don't know. I might start over. Or,
I really wanted to
is
do
there
a
a way
play.
to respec in Fallout 4, like your original perk points?
Just mod it.
Oh yeah, I could.
It'd be super easy.
mod
Yeah,
it.
just use Mod Manager, and I'm sure there's a. If you can't do it in game, you can do it through mods.
Good call. Good call.
But yeah, I really wanted to do a playthrough of Fallout 4 in VR.
Man,
and it's
you
still-
got a new graphics card. Maybe it'll.
Nope.
No.
I tried. Nope. It's still. I spent a good bit of time when I first got the 3060. I spent a good deal of
That
time
shit's just
trying
broken,
to.
bro.
It is, yeah, it's just a terrible port. I mean, because Bethesda is fucking god awful at porting their games to VR.
You might need like a 4090 or something for that.
I don't. No, at this point, I don't think it's a power issue.
Well, the 3060 isn't really that much more like powerful than the 2060. It's just got a lot more VRAM.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like maybe like
Whenever-
like a 1080 Ti or something, or a something like that could handle it. I don't know, dude. Like that's.
Well, I didn't see a difference though, even with the increased VRAM. When I saw leaps and bounds differences with Skyrim actually, I saw
Yeah.
a good increase with the quality of Skyrim that I was able to get out of it. Skyrim VR, and several other titles play a lot more stable now in VR
Yeah.
with the 3060. But I've also looked at videos too of people with like monster systems, and like they have tried things, and like unless you have just a super monster graphics card and you can basically just overwrite the whole game with mods, then you can get it looking decent. But you have to have like a 3080, and you have to do like significant changes to it that basically at the end of it, it's not even the same game.
I've been enjoying the mobility of the Steam Deck so much that I think for my next, instead of getting a new graphics card for my desktop, I'm thinking about getting like a laptop with like a 40 series graphics card in it whenever they drop
Those are going to be so expensive.
I know they're going to be ridiculous, but I think
Yeah.
if I wait long enough, because you're already seeing the 30 series laptops on sale for like under, $1,500.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen especially if you're willing to go with like a 3060 or a 3050 Ti. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
don't recommend 3050 Ti, but 3060 is acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. They're pretty good choices. And I think if we could get the 40 series ones in about that range and about the same, like if it's a 4060, I'll take it, if it can do the DLSS 3, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to have a fucking laptop. But that'd be like, I guarantee you it's going to be like $3,000.
Yeah, right out the gate. I think
Yeah, the first
you're
ones.
going to want to wait for like a sale or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think maybe like around the holiday season.
I just always get
Holiday
weary
season.
of gaming laptops just because like they're hard to work on. Like if
Yeah.
like they're all everything's crammed inside them so
Yeah,
much. Like if
that's
something
true.
something goes wrong, like unless you really know your shit.
I mean,
like,
there's YouTube. You can figure anything out on YouTube when it comes to that shit.
I
Especially,
just love being able to take it with me,
Yeah.
Like, I've just been carrying the Steam Deck with me everywhere, and it's like, I could just get a laptop and just carry
it's
that
like
shit
a
with me.
small. It's like an infant. The Steam Deck.
It's
It's just like carrying it around. Just like that thing's huge, bro. Do you have like a little carrying case for
it
it? Or,
comes with one.
like, does it have like a little handle?
Yeah, it's got a little handle on it.
I was about to say, I can't imagine just fucking like.
The
I
carrying
used to be
case-
able,
slinging
like,
it around.
even with the DS, like back in the day, like you could get away with like putting it in your back pocket or something, but
You
now
ain't
it's just
putting this in your
impossible.
pocket,
Yeah.
no.
But it does have a very like Switch-esque case, Like I
Mhm.
have a case for my Switch that's very similar. Like you just put it in like a molded. It's got like a mold that
Yeah.
like fits the buttons perfectly, and then you zip it in so it feels all snug and secure in there.
Yeah, I got like a Breath of
Oh.
the Wild one for my Switch that I always use when I take it places. But
I have a case for
Feels
my
weird.
Quest. That's kind of that's. Like
Oh
that,
yeah, I've got a good case for my Quest too. Except I've modded my Quest so much that it doesn't really fit in the
Oh, because you have the
pre-made groove
giant
anymore,
fucking
yeah.
head straps and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
It's
got like
all
a
the
propeller
ergonomic.
on it.
he's gonna replace a faceplate and got like fans at the
I
top.
did,
and shit.
yeah.
Oh, right, really?
No, I really
Oh.
did. I'm
He's
not
got
even
like
joking.
the mouth fucking thing. That
Oh, the
just,
mouth
like,
haptics.
Yeah.
The fans at the top is actually fucking sick because if you like to
Yeah.
exercise in VR, like I get sweaty and like
Yeah.
the sweat like condensates onto the lenses and like
Makes
drips
it hard
down.
to see
It,
and
it
shit.
fogs up and stuff. But if you have the fan, it like
Mhm.
pulls in outside air and blows it directly onto the lenses.
See, that's what they need for paintball masks.
I just think it should be a feature that's like built into
There are
most
masks
VR
with-
headsets. You know what I'm saying?
Every mask says anti-fog, and that's all
It's
bullshit.
bullshit.
It's
Well-
all bullshit.
Well, no.
You could
so
probably attach one of these to a paintball mask. I think it's like it has
that's
its
what I'm
own.
saying. You need one that was like a mask that's like fully flush to your face. That way, I don't know how.
Well,
you
This
it's-
thing's like
it's-
$20, bro. You could cut like a little spot out of the top of a paintball mask and just plug it in there, and then
That'd be tight.
charge it with a USB-C port. It would do the exact same thing as the VR mask. It would be great.
That'd be so tight.
Well, one of the reasons that anti-fog doesn't really work in this area is because it's so fucking humid.
It's used-
Like
yeah,
if you go
Texas.
play in other places, like it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But no, there actually are masks with built-in fans and shit. I used
What
to
I
be
found from
big into all
playing
that.
VR is the best anti-fog like thing is this stuff called cat crap. It's like this like goo you can put on like your lenses and like
Mhm.
rub it around, and like it keeps fog from happening, but you'll still get like moisture, which like it'll be drippy and weird.
Yeah,
But if you were playing paintball, it would totally like change the game for sure.
but like, that's a really bad marketing name.
It's terrible.
Cat
Cat
crap.
crap.
Like,
It's a dumb,
like, it's
dumb
just a really
idea.
bad. Like, yeah. What else have you been playing?
Yeah, let's see. What did I say? Oh yeah, I've also been playing Pokemon White version lately.
What happened to Scarlet and Violet, bro?
Well, I don't know. I beat them. I'm just tired of playing the same
just-
open, boring
The
area.
perfect game. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I don't know. I've never played Pokemon White either, and the art
It has
style
all
is
of
really
them.
cool.
Black and White doesn't it no, Black and White 2 has every Pokemon like at
Up
that
to
current
the
time.
point,
Yeah.
yeah.
It had
I
like
think every generation
700 or something.
Let's see. One of my friends I work with is a big Pokemon nerd, and he was telling me that like up until I think Sword and Shield or something like that, like they had every Pokemon in every game. Like,
No, not
or was it Sun and Moon, or I don't know. It was one of those like one of the modern at some point.
Yeah, Sword and Shield they didn't, but also in like what was it, Emerald and those didn't have every Pokemon like up until that point.
I
Are
thought
you sure
Emerald
about
was the
that?
one like over Sapphire and Ruby that had all of them.
No,
Because in Emerald, I thought you could go back to older regions.
From what I understand, all of them up until Sword and Shield, or something like that. It was either Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield. One of the more modern games had like every Pokemon up to that point, and then they just had to stop because there's so many goddamn Pokemon. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Too many.
yeah. So, well, this means like that you could catch without having to trade. I think. So this doesn't really count, but it just says Pokemon Yellow was the only one you could catch every Pokemon in.
Yeah, but you can get them all. Like,
Yeah,
you can't even trade the new ones into your game in Violet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, no, and that's because they don't have a fucking animation or like they haven't created a model for every
Yeah.
Pokemon yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing here Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had the ability to use every single Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
That's
But
what
you
I'm saying,
can
'cause
catch,
you
you
could-
can catch them, but you could
could
trade
trade
them
'em
in
in.
from the
you
bank.
could get them through the like wormhole thing where you like travel through space and time and go through the wormhole. And
Yeah, it's
like,
the Pokemon Bank, right?
no, there was like a whole thing in Sun and Moon where you like go through the fucking like just into the next dimension through a wormhole and
Oh.
like you could catch like legendaries and mythical and like all kinds of weird
that's
Pokemon you
tight.
wouldn't catch in the normal game. It was like an online feature, I think. It was crazy. I used to sit there and watch Matt do it for hours, like.
Yeah. That's tight. So you went back to Black and White.
Yeah, so I'm playing White. It's really interesting because it's like you can tell it's at that crossroads where they didn't know if they wanted to go like 3D or if they wanted to stay 2D. So like the character models are like completely 2D, so it's like these pixel art sprites. But then
Mhm.
like the actual
little
environments,
buildings
are
and stuff.
3D,
Yeah, yeah.
like you know the modern Pokemon or well you know Sword and Shield or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of a really cool art style it actually comes out to. Like the way it all looks. And like the Pokemon themselves are like flat and 2D, you know, but they have this more animated art style. Like it's like Fire Red or Leaf Green or something, but it's like, you know, super animated when they come out. They're like moving around and sorry. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups.
No, you're good.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know. Personally, I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I have Pokemon White on my emulator on my phone.
oh, I didn't even mention it, but I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash lately.
Nice, dude. That was a really good one.
It's so good. I like
great
that
for
you
co-op.
don't hop and instead you got the drifty mechanic. That shit is a lot of fun. I've been playing it on the big screen. That's what I've been using to test my Steam Deck dock with, and it looks great. It's a lot of fun.
You've been playing multiplayer with it?
No, I needed to talk Audra into going against me. You know what I mean? She got to be in the mood, but
Or teaming up with you on Double Dash?
oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you could literally co-op the whole game.
somebody like throw shells or something.
Yeah,
and
like
then
the
you,
person
like-
on the back is doing all the tossing.
That's dope.
I think if I remember correctly, I feel like that's how it was. But yeah, Pokemon Black and White was right when I stopped fucking with Pokemon, like in my youth.
I never played it as a kid. It's like the first time I've ever messed with it. And they have Black and White too, so I don't know if that's gonna be good or not.
It's
I
the
feel like
only sequel they've ever made, like with a number,
yeah,
like where they were just like, all right, we'll just call it 1 and 2,
yeah.
basically, which was weird.
It was weird.
But yeah, speaking of Pokemon, I fucking finished Violet like completely. Like I got my whole Pokedex filled out. Fucking got some shinies. I'm fucking just.
You got some shinies, bro? What do you got shiny? Shinified.
I got a shiny Cerulege.
Cellular Ridge or
Yeah,
whatever?
that guy.
The firearmed
yeah,
dudes? Oh, yeah, you
I-
told me you were going to evolve him.
Yeah, I did. So I got him shiny, got him evolved.
What color is he?
He's just got like his eyes, instead of the fire being blue, it's orange.
Oh,
Like it just comes out
sick.
like fire.
Oh, my God.
And
I
then-
want that.
It's dope. It's dope. And he's like maxed out. I maxed out all of his stats and everything.
Fuck yeah. He's one of my favorite fucking Pokemon because you get that bitter blade. You
Oh,
can just
fuck yeah, dude.
fucking
Fuck everyone up. I use the sword dance and make my
Unfair,
my
dude.
sword attack even stronger,
Oh my
and then I
God.
just fuck the opposition. And then so him, and then you know that weird Pokemon that is like it's got like blades coming like on its stomach. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's you find it in like the bamboo area, and he's like red, and he's got like silver blades going around him. I don't even know what he's called.
Does he kind of look like Cellular Ridge? But
Yeah,
like,
kind of. He's got like blades.
metallic-y looking.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what he's called. I know who you're talking about, though, I think.
Yeah, that is the guy. But I found him. Here he is, Bisharp.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah.
good.
I
got
found
one of those, too. He's pretty
a
sick.
shiny one. I just found him wandering around.
Is he like purple when he's shiny?
He's blue.
Blue, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was cool to find him, and then but Breezy or Aaron, our boy, fucking helped me finish out the Pokedex because I had 360 and like on my own basically, and that caught all the whatchamacallit, you find all the stakes, like you pull all the stakes.
Oh,
and then
you did all the little semi-legendaries.
Yeah, so I did all that, and then I hit him up, and I was like, all right, start trading with me because I need some Pokemans, and then evolved up the starters and everything. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But anyways,
that's dope.
Played that, and then fucking I'm getting back into Game Boy modding, so like I was playing around with my Game Boy, and I got Donkey Kong Land. Not Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Land, which is a completely different game. But like,
what is it?
So Donkey Kong Land was whenever they were gonna port Donkey Kong Country to the original Game Boy, but like they didn't really have the ability to an extent. They still use the same technology. Like they actually used all the same shit, but it's more like almost black and white.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so like you have like it because it's a Game Boy game. And but yeah, so it's got like completely different levels, a different way that the game plays out
good?
and stuff. Oh yeah, it's really cool. And so I've been
let me
playing
try
through
that in a little bit.
Yeah, dude, I'll show it to you. It's really interesting because I always thought it was the same game. I didn't know Donkey Kong Land was different.
I'm about to download the ROM for that later. That's sick.
Yeah, look that. It's like a whole brand new game. It's like I love Donkey Kong Country, and I never knew there was just this whole other series because there's like Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3, I think.
Yeah.
And they're
Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
Holy
and they're
shit.
completely different. Yeah,
I've never heard of any of these. They're all on the Game Boy.
Yeah, they're all on the OG Game Boy. And so the game, I had Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color, which is like the actual port from, the original game over. Mm-hmm. But like on the Game Boy, they couldn't do the full port. So they made all new levels and like different ways that the game works and stuff. So
I got to try that. That's tight.
It's pretty neat. But anyways, and that's Warzone. Lots of Warzone, of course. Like unhealthy amounts of Warzone. So anyways, let's get into the news, guys. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web. We do not claim any of them as our own. We're just bringing them here. Okay. So who wants to go?
Bringing them here.
Bringing them here.
I don't have very much this week, so maybe one of you guys should go first.
Okay. I got some news for you. Hold on. Oh. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on. It's important.
Lies.
I promise. I promise.
This is why I have trust issues.
I know. It's all me. No, yeah, you can go ahead, Devin. Since you already got
I'll
something.
go ahead. So Ryan Dinsdale over at IGN. The European Union reportedly preparing to challenge Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal.
At this point, I'm like, fuck it.
Can we just leave them alone?
So now, instead of just the UK, now it's the whole EU. Is reportedly planning to submit a statement of objections to Microsoft regarding its acquisition of Activision Blizzard.
I object. They're like, why? I don't like it. It's like,
over here spending billions of dollars, eh? Hey, it's like £1 billion, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. It's just, come on, guys.
I don't understand it at this point either. Sources familiar with the matter told Reuters that Microsoft is likely to receive an EU antitrust warning regarding its $68.7 billion acquisition of the Call of Duty and World of Warcraft publisher, adding to the growing list of organizations raising concerns about the deal.
Ugh.
The statement of objections charge sheet is expected to be sent in the coming weeks, though Microsoft has seemingly maintained that it's confident in the deal's success. Quote, "We're continuing to work with the European Commission to address any marketplace concerns," it said. "Our goal is to bring more games to more people, and this deal will further that goal."
Well,
So-
at least Microsoft is like, we're just gonna ride this out. I don't care how many of you guys are like, no, we're just gonna.
I really want to know what's at the root of this opposition,
Yeah,
though,
why
because
are there
there's
some
pockets
mad
getting
fuck?
lined.
It's like
somewhere.
a conspiracy theory, dude. I'm seriously about to start a whole conspiracy theory YouTube channel just about this. Like,
How much does Sony pay the EU?
yeah, like for real. Like, like honestly, it's like if this was PlayStation doing the same thing, nobody would bat a fucking eye. But
Yeah.
because it's Microsoft, everybody's like, no. Yeah, it's like
don't
I
know.
just picture that like Bugs Bunny gif or whatever, where it's just like, no. But anyways, some good Xbox news. Microsoft has confirmed that while Bethesda's Starfield won't appear during the January 25th Developer Direct event, which, by the way, we got to talk about that,
Oh yeah, I have an article for that.
the game has, of course, not been forgotten. In a blog post, Microsoft said it didn't want to shoehorn the big, ambitious game into the January 25th event, so it decided to create an entire event dedicated to that game alone. So it says, quote, to dedicate the proper amount of time for a deep dive into Bethesda Game Studios' Starfield, a standalone show is in the works, Microsoft said. Just when the show will air, however, is unknown at this stage. The game is expected to launch in the first half of 2023, following a delay from 2022. So we do know we're going to get like a giant Starfield.
They'll probably give us a very specific release day whenever they do this Starfield showcase or whatever. You know what I mean?
And I'm
It
hyped
was
for that.
originally slated for November 22, right?
Something like
November
that.
11th.
Okay, yeah, because the first cinematic trailer we saw the 11/22, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking March or April.
Or no.
What was I thinking? That was
No, it was
23?
November 22nd, I think, right?
or something.
It was like November 22 or something.
but November of last year. For some reason, I was thinking it was always planned to be November of 23. I don't know why.
But yeah.
I can't keep up with all these fucking delays, man. Like,
Oh, and there's more. No, but yeah, go ahead.
no,
Brett?
it's
Yeah,
bring
so that's interesting. You know, I can't wait to see what they say about that. Let's see. As a final goodbye, Google launched one last Stadia game ahead of the service's end on January 18th.
why?
Yeah,
Called
okay.
Worm Game. The title was used by the Stadia team to internally test the cloud streaming service. Quote, Worm Game is a humble title we use to test many of our Stadia's features, starting well before our 2019 public launch, right through 2022, said Google. It won't win Game of the Year, but Stadia team spent a lot of time playing it, and we thought we'd share it with you.
Yeah, all five of you that have Stadia. Thanks for being here with us in this worm.
Maybe
Do
if
you
you
think-
guys spent less time playing Worm Game and more time working on Stadia, y'all would have.
Do you think the Stadia is it just the controllers that came with Stadia, or was there a device? What all came with
One
Stadia?
of there
You could
was a
choose
device,
to
yeah.
to get the controller or not. It was like.
Do you think those are going to be
optional.
like coveted like
No.
collector's items in the
No,
future?
I think
I
they'll
don't
be
know.
like Google Luna controllers. They'll just be
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is this?"
You'll see it on like those YouTube videos where it's like forgotten items from the past or whatever. It's it's gonna be sad, dude.
Yeah.
No, but why are they
Already
giving
is
away this
sad.
game if the whole service is going down? You won't be able to play it, but for like a day, and then it's gone,
Yeah,
Maybe they're just gonna let you play it for a day.
and then take it away. Like,
Take
what
it
if I want to
away.
play Worm Game forever? Like,
Too bad,
too
bro.
bad. Yeah.
so can you just send it like a download to my email? Like, you know,
nah,
like-
you're
like-
fucked. You're never
Asking too
playing.
much.
also it's like
They just want to get everybody hooked on Worm Game, so they like realize how fucked they are from like
Yeah.
forgetting Stadia. They're like, they'll regret kicking Stadia off.
Also, it's like It's like nostalgic for them, but for no one who has Stadia. No one's like, remember Worm Game, bro? It's like they're
Just salt in the wound.
yeah. It's like this like narcissistic like.
Maybe it's like, just their final farewell to the
Homage
world,
to the-
Like, maybe they're just sad that they have to shut down.
Yeah,
you
maybe
know?
so.
They
It's
probably
like-
put a lot of heart into what they did, and nobody gave a shit, and Stadia got shit on constantly. And
It's because they
you
put all
know?
the production value into Worm Game.
I'm
Like,
just
they were
saying
just like fucking funding the shit out of Worm Game, dude.
Yeah, they
What if
should-
it comes out and it's a fucking
banger.
amazing
Yeah.
game?
It's the best
Save
game ever.
save Stadia. Like,
It's like better.
So many people play Worm Game, it just like turns everything around. Like
It's like Fortnite level of like infamy, dude.
it becomes like the new PT. Like
oh my god.
Did you guys play Worm Game?
Oh, fucking Worm Game, dude. WG, bro.
So, Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. Horror film legend John Carpenter really loves Dead Space. The director of The Thing, Halloween, and Escape from New York has talked about it extensively in the past. And amidst his love of the series, Carpenter might have just inadvertently teased a film adaptation before it was ever officially revealed. No surprise there.
Interesting.
Doesn't surprise me that they'd be doing a movie of it.
Yeah, he's not attached to it in any way. That's basically the news, is that he like mentions it, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, but I'm not the person working on it."
Yeah, he's not involved.
Yeah, but the fact he's just like a video game lover in general. Like he's it's funny because he's like 80 something years old, and he just like loves video games. Like he wants to make one, but like for whatever reason, he's
Jamal,
not.
video games are for children.
Yeah, it is, but it's like way outside of his generation. Like most people who are 80 are like the people that are like video games are terrible for the children, you know. And he's like, nah, fuck that. I love this shit. But he's like, I'm really bad at them, but I love them. So he's really cool in that way.
I'm sure as a horror movie director, you can probably see the beauty of the immersion in a horror game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
like,
it takes the horror to another level.
Yeah.
That, you know, just watching, I mean, unless it's a really, really good show, but like watching
even
adds a whole
really,
nother
really
aspect.
Good show, there's just something you can't get unless you're like in the shoes of the character. Like, you know, just a movie of Outlast shot from the same perspective would not be horrifying like that.
That's immediately what I was thinking back on. I was like, Outlast.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking of the potential that he sees in the medium, but it's also like, you know, Snake Plissken, you know, is the guy that Snake is based off of and everything. Like John Carpenter created that character and stuff, so I'm sure he knows that. Like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I had my influence in there. But we got from Cameron Cock over at GameSpot, PlayStation 5's 7.0
Poor guy.
It might be Coach or Koch, but
how's it spelled?
it's Koch. But I always just say Cock when I see that.
Cack.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like a high school bully. What's up, Cameron Cock? It's all right. People made fun of my last name, but you know, whatever. PlayStation 5 7.0 update will bring two major features to Sony's console in the form of full Discord integration and the ability to stream PS5 games via the cloud, according to a new report. As reported by Insider Gaming, the major firmware update is currently scheduled for March 8th, 2023, with a public beta slated to arrive in the coming days. However, the beta will not include Discord integration for testing and will instead presumably focus on the new ability to stream PS5 games via the cloud.
They should have been on that Discord shit like a long time ago.
Well, you know, there's probably like money that has to change hands and deals that got to get made, you know. I know the whole Xbox Discord thing took a minute to go through too.
Yeah, and it was a pretty lengthy integration.
But it's
now
there
that
now.
Yeah, now that it's working, it's great.
It's good that Discord is kind of like working its way across all platforms. Really, the winner here is Discord. You know,
Yeah, of course.
They're coming out ahead. You know,
Well,
it's one of the most. It's like one of the most used messaging apps in the world.
It's the most used.
Or is it the most?
Yeah, it used to be
Well,
like
it
TeamSpeak
WhatsApp?
and shit like that. Like, no, I'm talking about for like just doing like over the internet, like.
Well, even just like in general now, like Discord
really?
is becoming enormous. Like
I didn't know
outside
that.
of the gaming, outside of
I
gaming,
think COVID had a lot to do with that. You know,
probably. Yeah. Well, because it's just like it's so convenient to be able to text people, but also hop in a voice channel or calls, or it's like a whole service. Like,
Yeah, it's like Skype, but better, way better.
Well, that's good though. You know, good. The PS5 streaming thing, that would be cool if I could even stream PS4 games. My fucking internet just sucks ass, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if I had good internet, that'd be cool news.
I still don't think that shit works. I
hate
have
the delay.
amazing internet, but like I tried to stream a couple of PS4 games before my little sister took her PlayStation back. That shit does not work, bro. Like,
it worked for me. When on my my internet in my old apartment, I was playing all kinds of shit on the fucking PlayStation Now. It was working fine, you know?
dude, it's like there's always a lag. There's like an input lag.
Well, there's always going to be input delay because you're dealing with.
I played like
pain.
Bloodborne on that shit, and like
That's what I tried. I tried Bloodborne as well because it was on the PlayStation Plus or
you
whatever.
can't be like having too much input lag on that, or else you're just
Yeah.
fucking getting your shit chopped in.
Anytime
you know
that
what
I
mean?
tried to stream a game, I also try to stream stream some PS4 games way back in the day, and
I've had more
it was
success with
not good.
PlayStation service than I have with Xbox, just generally speaking, as far as like streaming games goes.
Oh,
you
and
know
I'm
what
just
I
talking
mean?
about streaming across the board. Like even
Yeah.
on my Xbox, like I can't do it on there either. Like, and I have gig speed internet. Like it's not like I'm fucking shitty internet. It
The
just
weird
doesn't
thing
work.
about Xbox's streaming is I've noticed that Xbox's streaming seems to work best on the Microsoft Edge browser, like, and nothing else. Not even like the
I've never even
consoles.
tried
Like
that.
it's weird. Like try next time you try streaming, jump on the Microsoft Edge browser, download that shit. Fucking
I have the Edge browser. Like
I literally got the Edge browser and just made the fucking Xbox Game Pass thing my homepage on there, and that's the only thing I use it for.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
you're
what I mean?
pulling it up. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I've tried it on my phone too, and that shit's terrible.
It's terrible on the
It's
phone.
so
Yeah.
bad.
I don't know what it is. I
it's
think because the iPhone's like, I don't know. The iPhone just isn't. Safari doesn't work well with it. You know what
I think we just haven't figured it out yet. I still think they're like a ways off before we can just be streaming games.
Yeah.
It's like, like I can't wait for the day that we can just transfer data, over the fucking waves, like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Instantaneous.
yeah, just like it's like
Oh, we're close. You know. I
maybe
feel
the
like-
it's
quantum computers.
It's getting better every year. So I mean, because internet speeds are only getting faster, data transfer is
Soon
only
we hit
getting
that
faster.
like 6G. You know, once we hit the 6G.
the sixth generation
When does it
of
end?
gigahertz.
How many
How many
G's?
Gs?
Yeah.
Once we get that 6 gigahertz,
However
dude.
many G's we need.
Yeah. Like I don't know, bro. Like
Yeah, I'm not
Once we figure
I'm
out
not a network
teleportation-
specialist, like,
well, yeah, once we get the teleportation, we'll be good. Like you don't even need to send it over waves. We just break the time-space continuum. Fucking send your Xbox game to whatever you're fucking playing.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
but I mean, the stuff that's receiving it still has to read it and everything.
Oh no. Not in my world.
There's some aspects you're leaving out, sir.
I'm a scientist.
So George Yang over at IGN. The Pokemon Company International said that there will be a new patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet coming in February.
What's it gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
So I'm about to tell you.
Hey,
Update
what's
version.
it gonna do?
What the dog doing? Update version 1.2.0, which will include bug fixes and add functionality, is planned to be released in late February. Please look forward to more details soon, says the Pokemon
Son
Company.
of a bitch.
And in a
Bug
statement
fixes
on its
and
official
added
website.
functionality.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but what about
So-
like new? They've already added another Pokemon that's like from an older game, but like you can only get it through terror raids.
Look, Jamel, please look forward to more details soon.
No. Yeah, like they
Added
added
functionality. Okay.
one
Bug
Pokemon.
fixes.
So like Aaron has 401 Pokemon. Like
They
cuz
got Charizard, right? That's the one.
no, I don't think it's
I
Charizard.
know they added Charizard.
If they added Charizard, then maybe it was
Charizard is
Charizard.
only available through like a 7-star
7-star terror raid.
Yeah.
The terror raids are fucking insane. Like 6-star
They're
ones are
fucking
hard.
impossible, dude.
Mhm.
I got like a team of people with like level 100 Pokemon, and we still fucking have trouble, you know?
Really? You should hit up Matt. Apparently, Matt has already fucked the whole terror raid thing. So that's why, that's what Aaron was telling me. Is like, dude, like Matt's got like so much fucking shit going on. He's like got a shiny of like every Pokemon basically. This way.
Jesus.
Not every Pokemon, but he was just like handing them out. Like he's just like, oh
I
yeah,
know,
you
yeah,
need a
Matt
shiny
was
for
doing
that,
it.
bro. Here you go. Like damn.
Matt gets serious about Pokemon whenever Pokemon
Oh,
rolls
I know.
around, you know?
Dude, I was talking to Aaron, like me and him were like trying to fill out the Pokedex, at the same time. And he's like, bro, I talked to Matt. He like just got the game like 2 days ago and he's already completed the Pokedex and like beat the whole game and all this shit like within like 2 or 3 days. I was like, holy fuck, bro.
You
Matt
know, you
do-
got a
Matt
new
doesn't
baby, you
sleep.
know? Like, he's
Yeah,
probably just
it's
sitting
just
with
chilling.
the baby all day, like,
I was
playing.
like, damn, bro. I was like, we need to hit up Matt. I was like, what are we doing? Fucking wasting our time
Jesus.
over here. Like, yeah.
Efficiency.
Yeah, he's like a master. He's a real Pokemon master. But Darren. Oh wait, was it you?
No, it's you.
No, it's me.
Go ahead.
What about Brent?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Brent.
Sorry,
No,
no, it's me. Hold up. I haven't gone.
No, I just went, it's Jamel, then it's you.
Oh yeah, we were going in this order.
But
Okay.
Jamel
I
went
always
before
keep-
you just now.
Yeah, I
No,
did.
No, you went.
Y'all skipped me.
Nah, I
just now.
skipped him. I skipped him.
What?
You skipped me.
I fucking skipped him.
Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Let me.
No, I would have got him.
All right. They're adding PvP mode to Marvel Snap.
Oh, PvP?
Yeah, so get ready for that. It's coming January 31st.
I downloaded that game because I had like several people tell me
Uh-huh.
to, but I never played it.
Yeah,
Apparently,
I-
it's super addicting.
I downloaded
Yeah.
it too, and I never played it. I downloaded it because it won Mobile Game of the Year.
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
was
t-
like,
yeah.
you know what? It was up against some pretty stiff competition. I'll give it a chance. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But then
Hadn't-
I never gave it a
hadn't
chance.
played it. Yep.
I didn't even try it at all. You know, which is funny because I've been playing the Marvel Midnight Suns, which is a card-based battling game about Marvel. You know what I
Really?
mean? But I haven't been playing the other one that's actually been winning a lot of awards.
Card-based battler.
Anyways, that was kind of a shorty. I can go again if you want.
Sure.
Let's see. Meta has announced that it's officially ending support for the Quest 1, as it will cease adding new features to the original virtual reality headset. While users can still expect software and security patches to be added, this support will also come to an end in 2024. While Quest 1 users will still be able to use the headset and any compatible apps, the option to create or join a party will no longer be available. Quest 1 owners will also lose access to Meta Horizon Home social features from March 5th, such as the ability to visit the homes of others or invite them to your digital house.
Wait, so they're just cutting off like everything, basically.
Basically.
It's probably power related.
I will say this, though. The Quest 1 is still a good option for, like, if you just want a PC headset, and you can probably get one for dirt cheap now once they cut all the fucking, like, you know. I'm betting once they cut support for the headset, you'll be able to snag one for, like, $100 or less, you know?
You might have to
And-
break it though.
Nah, I think it'd be fine because, like, well, if you do have to break it, you could probably do something in side quest. You know,
Yeah.
that I'm sure they'll come
Well-
up with some sort of solution for that. But like, you know, you get your hands on one of those bad boys. You got an OLED screen, a relatively low resolution, but not low enough to like make it a shitty experience. You know, but low enough to make it run better on like if you got a lower end PC. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't know. They're pretty decent option if you just want like a fucking Rift alternative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would
And I'm
definitely
sure
look
they got to
into.
keep it open for like older headsets so the Rift and stuff can work. You know, you want your Rifts and your Rift S's and stuff to still function on your PC hardware side of things. So I'm sure, you know, you're not just gonna cut complete support for fucking, you know.
Oh, that's what that
Quest.
article sounded
Yeah,
like.
they're
huh?
cutting even security after 2024.
Yeah, software and security, and that's why I think, that's why I'm concerned that you might have to jailbreak it to use it after they cut software and security support for it, because to do anything on PC with the link, you have to go through the
Through
Oculus
the
app.
Oculus app, yeah.
Yeah, so you probably will have to break it in some form or fashion.
Unless you go through SideQuest, you know what I mean? Or not SideQuest. What's that?
Remote.
Remote desktop.
Yeah, remote desktop.
Remote desktop might work still, unless they make it to where the app itself doesn't work on the headset.
Yeah, is there even
You
going to
know
be?
what I mean?
Are you even going to be able to use your apps and stuff on it?
I was about to say
'Cause
that's kind of
that's-
mind blowing because that's like you bought a piece of hardware that is literally trash now,
And
like
it's
you can literally
it's
go
only
throw it
trash
away.
because they decided it, to be obsolete now.
Well, it says they're going to cease adding new features and that they're going to stop software and security patches, but that doesn't necessarily mean
2024,
it's
yeah.
going to stop working. You know what I mean?
Well, like he was saying, if you cut the software and the security patches,
then
you
it's a
can't
risk
get
to-
into the store.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to do some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's-
I mean, you're not going to be
yeah.
able to get new things, but you'll be able to play your games you already own. And if you buy a new headset in the future, you'll still have your games from your ecosystem. You know?
Do you
what I
have
mean?
to log in?
It's
like,
all
to play
connected
the
to your
apps?
Facebook account.
Yeah, but wouldn't it detach like
Oh,
once
I
the
didn't-
security updates and stuff stop?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the weird thing. Like,
yeah.
we're gonna have to watch what happens with that because that's fucking scary. If they're gonna make it to where you go out and you buy this $200 piece of equipment, and then once they're done with it, like
Surely there's
You're
some
done with it.
workaround where you can still play Steam games with it or something. You know,
Mhm.
like you can't just be completely.
Well, yeah, and I think that workaround is just going to be jailbreaking the whole headset.
Because it's too good of a piece of hardware to just like say, okay, you can't use this at all anymore. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's still some use for it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a consumer who paid money for it. I don't know. That's bullshit.
It wouldn't surprise me though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Who's going?
Anyways,
So this is not that exciting because I'm not really hyped about Redfall, but who knows? Maybe I'll be
The only thing I'm hyped about with Redfall is how much of a good reputation Arcane Studios has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe.
Like, I've liked every game they've put out up to this point, so it's like that's literally the only thing I have going for it there. You know?
I like Deathloop. That's the only game I like.
I like Dishonored a lot, and I like Deathloop a lot. You know what I mean? And those are the two games I can think of that they put out.
Yeah. So it says tying into a previous report regarding the launch window of Redfall, industry insiders have narrowed down the potential release date to May 2nd. The leak came from Extos Ones, who had accurately revealed details on Hideo Kojima's overdose, which I don't know what that is. He's like, dude, he's like, I'm gonna predict when Kojima's gonna overdose. It's but if there was any doubt, or quote, if there was any doubt, Redfall can now be 100% confirmed with the release date of May 2nd, 2023. Extos Ones tweeted after fellow insider Brad Sams posted a pair of cryptic tweets hinting at Arcane's upcoming game. The tweets from Sams have since been deleted, but they contained emoji that read Redfall 2nd May before they were removed. So there you go. It's probably coming.
Okay, I'm not exactly excited about this one, but it's definitely going to get a download and a try.
Yeah, it's going to be on Game Pass. Why not?
You might as well.
Yeah.
So this one's pretty interesting. So this is Rebecca Valentine again over at IGN. Rick and Morty co-creator and High on Life creator Justin Roiland has been charged in a California court with domestic battery and false imprisonment.
Oh, yeah.
According to a report by NBC News.
I saw that, but I didn't really read the article. What does it mean by false imprisonment?
I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, let me know.
I think we'll get to the bottom of this.
So, NBC, which obtained the criminal complaint in question, says that Roiland was charged in May of 2020 in connection with an incident from January of that year. Roiland is charged with one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and or deceit. So both against...
I gotta have an elaboration here.
So
both
corporal
against an
injury.
anonymous Jane Doe who he was dating at the time.
So he beat up his girlfriend and forced her to stay there?
He probably was like, no, you can't leave, like, after he hit her or whatever he did.
Yeah.
It was probably like oh, shit, you're going to go and tell on me type situation.
Or if you do this, I'm going to blacklist you, like threats and stuff to keep, like...
Get the fuck back in here, Morty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I imagine the whole thing as Rick, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. But it's
really bad, yeah.
Well, you're not going anywhere. It's like, oh shit.
Oh man,
that's horrible.
I'm telling
really
you now,
should.
no one's gonna ever talk to you again. It's like the dude who's like Morty, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But at the same time, when he did this, or whenever this came out, a bunch of other allegations came out about him with screenshots and shit of him preying on minors and stuff like that. So,
Damn.
Well, and he's apparently got an alcohol problem too, from other shit that I heard come out at that time. Yeah,
he's kind of fucked.
That's
At
pretty
this
lame.
point, yeah. So I doubt we're gonna get another Rick and Morty as a game situation, at least not anytime soon. I don't think we're gonna see anything from that.
That sucks.
So he has pleaded not guilty to both charges. Thus far, over a dozen hearings have taken place connected to these charges, including a pretrial hearing today, but a trial date has not been set yet. Roiland was reportedly charged in May of 2020 and arrested and released on a $50,000 bond the following August. In October, a protective order was filed stating that he was not permitted to harass, threaten, surveil, or go within 100 feet of the Jane Doe in question.
Damn.
So
Restraining so it says corporal injury. The crime of quote-unquote corporal injury to spouse is defined under California Penal Code Section 273.5. This domestic violence-related crime is generally described as willfully inflicting a physical injury on a spouse or intimate partner, and commonly known in Los Angeles as domestic abuse.
Isn't that just domestic? That's just a fancy name for domestic violence.
Maybe it's like more than just domestic abuse, because you have to specifically inflict an injury.
Yeah, by definition, corporal injury means some type of minor or serious physical injury that results in a traumatic condition. This means
like
in order
broken arm or something,
or a busted nose or something like, or maybe he I mean, this is all speculation.
Yeah,
we have
totally
he
speculation,
could have
yeah.
pulled her hair or something, and then
Probably slightly worse than just
Yeah.
just plain
Yeah.
Jane domestic abuse.
Actually, it says right here, it says a common example in Los Angeles County, corporal injury to spouse cases include a situation where husband and wife become involved in a heated argument over finances. During the heat of the quarrel, the husband punches his wife in the face, leaving her with a broken nose.
Jesus Christ, this is a common injury.
This is a common California injury.
I guess if you live in California, situations about the finances. Probably
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
what
heated.
finances are they arguing over? Royland's got to be freaking loaded.
No
Like,
doubt.
I'm sure she found some of his screenshots of his allegations.
Jesus.
But yeah, enough
Not
of
as
that.
bad as Dana White slapping his wife. Did you see
Just
that?
straight on film.
It's
like
hilarious because they had. It's not hilarious that he slapped his wife. No, it's not.
Like,
not
God,
even.
we're gonna get fucking
not even a little
canceled.
bit. But what is hilarious is that, like, right before this whole slapping his wife incident took place, like the UFC has been pushing this power slap promotion. Like the new thing they were gonna do is they were gonna have this thing where everybody, like these buff dudes, stand in front of each other and slap the shit out of each
Oh
other.
yeah, he wanted to get. Yeah, he wanted to bring that to the states.
They had like TV commercials out for it and stuff.
Yeah, they pulled
And then
all of it.
They pulled everything. As soon as this fucking video comes out of him slapping the shit out of his wife, they've probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars filming this and you know.
I've heard.
They had it ready to go.
I mean, it was ready to go. Like they were like coming January, you know, like it was like right around the corner. You know what I mean?
yeah, and he also was like, he's like, the UFC has a zero tolerance for hitting women, basically, like literally like weeks before. That was like
man.
Dana White stated that, and then
Shit.
But now, I mean, it is what it is at this point because, the video came out and, she hit him first, but obviously he's Dana White. You're like this buff ass dude. Like, so it makes it like to where he can kind of get away with it. Like, I think in his brain.
Yeah. It doesn't, it's not better.
It's not better.
But she did beam his ass.
She did beam him though. She straight beamed
I
him.
haven't seen the video. So.
Yeah.
She fucking slaps the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
then
they were
he's-
just practicing for the show.
That's what everybody said. They're like power slap championship, and then it showed,
Oh my
showed
God.
Dana and his wife with like a weight class and shit. Like
The internet, dude.
I'm sorry. Look, yeah, domestic abuse is not funny
No,
in any
it's
form,
not.
but this situation, there's
The circumstances of these situations are like it's just like something out of
you
a
can't
movie.
make this shit up.
yeah, it's hard
Like,
not to see the hilarity and the irony of all of that.
Jesus,
You know what I mean?
For
Oh
sure,
my
absolutely. So yeah, this. Oh wait, yeah, it's you.
God.
Is you?
No,
Okay,
I'm
here.
done.
Okay, so after confirming the minimum and recommended PC requirements for Hogwarts Legacy, Warner Bros. Game
Which is
and
good,
publisher
actually. By the way, just for the record, they've when they first announced Hogwarts Legacy, the system requirements were just stupid.
They were really high.
I mean,
yeah,
they were
I remember
insanely stupid. And now they've adjusted it so the lower end is a lot more reasonable. I was worried that it wouldn't work on the Steam Deck. I was like, man, that's not gonna. But now that I'm seeing the actual system
that.
requirements,
Ben's like,
I'm
all right,
all
Steam
right,
Deck.
let's do it.
That'll be
Anyways, sorry.
tight.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, so they made available like the details of the graphical modes that will be on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. So like many other games on the market currently, you'll be able to choose between a performance mode that targets 60 FPS and a fidelity mode that aims for 30 FPS. Variable refresh rate. Supported TVs or monitors will also have graphical modes available to take advantage of this technology. So for last-gen versions of the game, details haven't been revealed just yet, as it will only be available on Xbox One and PS4 from April 4th, and on Switch on July 25th.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is
But-
coming to Switch.
Yeah, they got delayed further. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming
Current
it's
gen
gonna
and PC is February. Last gen, April, and then I didn't know about Switch either. So
yeah, so that's
it's gonna on the Switch. It's gonna look like the old PS2 Harry Potter games.
it's gonna look
They're
so
super
bad,
shitty Hagrid. Like,
I bet you anything it'll be like a cloud streaming version of it on the Switch.
That'd be
you know
really
what I mean?
sad. That'd be so
It would
sad.
be sad, but that's what they're doing with a lot of
Yeah, I
modern
mean-
titles like Resident Evil 8 and fucking.
That's another one I tried I tried streaming the Control on Switch, and it's the lag, the input
Oof.
lag. I can't do it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely not.
that's why you just got to get a Steam Deck.
Anyways,
Steam Deck.
who's
Steam
next? Who's
Brent.
next?
All right. Let's see. Ubisoft's long in development pirate game Skull and Bones has been delayed once again, but not because the team needs more time to finish the base game.
What?
A
What?
spokesperson for Ubisoft told Kotaku that the swashbuckling adventure game is finished. The remaining development time will be used to polish and balance the game and implement changes based on feedback from technical tests. Additionally, it's been reported that Ubisoft has put together a special team at the company's headquarters in France to help get the game out the door. While Skull and Bones is now complete, we're using the remaining time until our launch to leverage feedback, blah, blah, blah. Everything I just said, except it's a quote from the spokesperson. So, like...
I'm out. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Honestly, it's like y'all need to be a little more confident about this game. Like the fact that y'all feel like you need to test it for like months before you fucking send it out the door, even though it's like finished. That's a little sketchy, you know?
Doesn't portray any confidence for sure.
Yeah, you know,
No.
the whole thing.
Also, like Ubisoft, like I was listening to an IGN podcast it was probably like a week ago, and they were talking about how Ubisoft hasn't really put out an actual game in like years.
So
Like it's been like since the last Assassin's Creed. Like
well, and that's not going to change because
Far Cry 6, right?
no, that before. No, so that was the last one they put out. How long ago was that?
Here, let's just look up every Ubisoft game. And then Mario and Rabbids came out recently.
Yeah, but that was in the news this week of having like really bad sales.
Yeah, really bad sales, but really good reviews.
Yeah, but that doesn't help their money. I'm talking about financial.
I'm just saying, like, if you're saying they haven't put out games, hang on, let's see.
Yeah, I'm just talking about because they have like thousands of employees. I'm like, how are they paying these people?
Well, real quick to add on to that article, I had a dual article about Skull and Bones, but also 3 unannounced games that
Got
Ubisoft
canceled.
canceled.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege brings in a lot of money for them. So let's see. In the past several years, they've put out let's just go since Valhalla.
Okay.
Since Valhalla, we've put out Roller Champions, Far Cry 6, Rainbow Six Extraction, which was probably
Horrible.
way underperformed.
Yep.
Riders Republic, which I think did better than they expected it to. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which you just said did bad, but was a good game.
It's a good game. I'm just trying to talk about their money.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Let's see. That might be it. Hold up.
Yeah, it says
I'm not finding anything else right now.
they did not
Yeah.
meet expected sales targets for Just Dance 2023
Oh,
or
yeah.
Sparks of Hope.
Yep.
Mhm.
And they announced an upcoming restructuring.
Yeah, and I
So
think
shit
that's
ain't looking good over at Ubisoft.
due to this. Ever since the like crackdown at Ubisoft, where like all the frat place or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The fr-
I feel like that's like the frat culture or whatever.
Yeah.
That's they've been
Watch
going down.
Dogs Legion didn't do very well either.
No. It's crazy because Ubisoft used to be like this fucking big name, but now like they're not putting shit out other than Rainbow Six, and that game's so old at this point. Like it's been
and
out forever.
Assassins.
Oh yeah, they're just milking Rainbow Six. You know what I mean? Like they really are. And Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is the last thing keeping them alive, and they know it. And that's why they're focusing all their resources into fucking Assassin's Creed games. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're right. Like all of the games they're listing here: Immortals, Phoenix Rising, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. All these games are games that I'm assuming they expected would do better than they did. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Far Cry 6 was a fun game. It just wasn't what people wanted, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I enjoyed Far Cry 6. I spent like 50 hours playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that one did pretty bad sales wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
The ones that I know for a fact did good are Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection, which came out in February 22 for the Nintendo Switch, which I bet that sold a fuckload.
Yeah, but that wasn't even a full price game, right? That was like $40.
Probably not, yeah.
And that, yeah, it's a Switch situation, a Switchuation, you know.
Situation, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. Rocksmith Plus, that probably is not selling
That
at
did
all.
ass. like I just want to see what happens. Like I feel like over the next couple of years, like if they don't get their shit up and going, like if they don't start putting out like bangers again, they're gonna either completely drop like how many people work for them, which is going to affect the quality of like the games that they do put out. Because if you're not having all these employees, then you're not going to be able to work on AAA games anymore.
All the things that are like even worth getting excited about got delayed or canceled, like Splinter Cell, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the Prince of Persia getting canceled was a good thing.
I mean, it didn't look great to me, but I love Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, apparently they like sent that to an external like Indian team to make that, and like they had like never made a game before or some shit. It was like
how do you make a game?
Yeah.
At least they gave him a shot, I guess.
It says basically okay, hold on. All right, so the ones that he was talking about, it says attributing this leader. Yeah, so they canceled 3 unannounced projects. They didn't even like name. They were just like, quote, as a consequence, we have decided to cancel 3 unannounced projects on top of the 4 already announced in July 2022, Ubisoft said. We are clearly disappointed by our recent performance, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said. Quote, we are facing contrasted market dynamics as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and everlasting live games in the context of worsening economic
conditions. They don't understand the fucking industry at all, dude.
No.
Like,
well, they're just making excuses. Worsening economic conditions affecting consumer spending. Despite excellent ratings and players' reception, as well as an ambitious marketing plan, we were surprised by Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope underperformance in the final weeks of 2022 and early January.
Maybe look at the fucking game you're making the sequel to and see how that game performed, and then fucking think about whether it's a good idea to expect high expectations about your fucking performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
or do something new. Like, I mean, like not a new IP, but like notice how Far Cry, Far Cry was amazing. When Far Cry 3 came out, you guys changed the way that it worked. It was game changing. Do it again. Find something else that you can do with Far Cry.
well, a lot of the problems with Far Cry 6 are they've made changes that aren't
Necessary.
good, you know, like, okay, so Far Cry 3, you're doing a lot of climbing towers, you know, and like expanding the area, you know, and I think they thought, oh, people don't want to do that, so they took it out, which is cool. But it's like, I kind of like
That's
that.
kind of the whole
it's kind of
point.
one of the things. And then it's like
Makes you explore
Far Cry 6. It's like, okay, you got this weird like health bar thing over everybody's head. Like it takes a little bit of the like organicness out of the combat. You know?
Yeah,
because
then you just have bullet sponges. It's
Yeah,
like
sometimes.
if I shoot something in the head, it should die. If I shoot them in the arm, yeah, they're probably not going to die. Take some damage. But
Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, that's still how it goes. But it's like, I don't know. It takes you out of it. It really
It
does.
takes the immersion away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope they get their shit together.
Figure it
because
out, Ubisoft.
That would suck not to have another Far Cry at some point.
I mean, we'll definitely get another Far Cry. I think the next one will probably come with a big revamp to the series. You know,
There's got to be a big change, because if they don't, then it's just going to die.
they're
Yeah.
gonna do what every fucking series does and just completely reboot the whole series. No number or anything. It's just gonna be Far Cry. You're gonna go back to the beach on Far Cry 1. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would hope so. They bring back like the main character from the first game, and
Yeah, the first game had a really dumb plot though, so maybe like change it.
yeah, wasn't it like there was like a secret lab on like this island, like the
Yeah,
dude
they were putting like drugs
injecting
in
people,
and like
you could become a monster in that game. I remember, like in the
Yeah,
multiplayer too.
something like that. Yeah.
It was fun. Okay, so this one is by Jason Finelli. The iconic duo of, quote, the video game industry and leaked secrets has allegedly struck again as footage of what is purported to be a brand new franchise in the PlayStation portfolio has leaked onto the web. According to the Reddit post hosting the footage, a new project which industry insider Dusk Golem has nicknamed Ooze is in the works. The author of the post does not specify which studio is working on it, only saying that it's, quote, based in Europe, which makes me think it's the London studios, maybe, possibly. Are there any other European Sony studios?
I don't know how many Sony studios there are total.
There's like 16 or so, but
Blue Point, I think, is in Sweden or something like that.
yeah, and I doubt Blue Point's working on their own game. They typically do like remakes.
Well, I know that the guy, the Blue Point dude, has been saying that they want to work work on their own game next. So I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is. So it says a follow-up image posted Reset Era implies the studio could be Outriders dev People Can Fly, as
Okay.
the word red on the leaked footage's HUD matches an internal codename shown on a PCF slide deck. The game is allegedly a sci-fi themed RPG developed entirely in Unreal Engine 5 in partnership with PlayStation for the PS5. The footage shows a futuristic game where a character aims a gun at a massive structure that appears to have tentacles sticking out of it. The footage has been archived and is unable to be viewed as of this writing. So, Dusk Golem also said that the footage is real on Reset Era, but also said that the full game is at least at a point currently. The game is fully voice acted with music composed specifically for it, and it has been far more fine tuned than this clip. So that's interesting.
That is interesting.
New IP. And then obviously 6 Days in Fallujah got delayed because that was supposed to come out in 2022.
Because 6 Days in Fallujah.
Yeah, and it's 6 Days in Fallujah. I think that's it for news. You guys got
I'm
anything?
outski.
I'm out as well, sir.
All right. Well, then now we will hop on over to this week's hot releases. So we got Fire Emblem Engage coming out this week.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, that's
I'd
dropping.
have to pick up the old Switcherino again. Hold up.
Yep, that's
That's
coming.
exactly why I'm not selling my Switch. Like,
Just in case.
literally because of like Nintendo exclusives like that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I would, yeah.
January 20th.
But if you do sell it, let me know.
Sell it to
Actually,
Devin. Yeah, January 20th is when that's dropping. And then we got Monster Hunter Rise, Persona 3, and Persona 4 Golden all coming to Game Pass on January 18th.
Very nice.
Yeah, so those are some top-notch games.
Persona 4 is such a good fucking game, dude.
Yeah, I've
It
heard.
really is.
But
Might
yeah,
be
that's
better
it.
than Persona 5, maybe. After playing them both actually back to back, I think Persona 4 is a little better, just because the pacing is better. You know
It's
what
not
I mean?
as slow or what?
No, they're both. I mean, they're both pretty slow games, you know. But like Persona 4, I don't know. It is a little less slow. I don't know. It just the story beats hit at the right moments. I don't know. You know.
Gotcha.
The Persona 5 is about to drop on Game Pass soon, right? Or is
That's
it?
what I was
think
just
it's already-
saying.
it-
Yeah, it's
it
already
already
there.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at the. Okay, my
This
bad.
is 3 and 4.
I'm over here trying to keep
Bro,
the game
play
speak dog
Persona
from eating
5,
stuff.
Dog,
so-
I'm telling you.
No, he's good. He's chilling.
Okay, I was
It's
about to get the
definitely
pillow.
worth
He
it.
was laying down by everything though, and I was like, "No, come here. I'm gonna pet you just to keep you occupied."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. So Devin, you got the triviums.
I do.
The trivums.
So these are gonna be some video game firsts.
All right. What we got?
Oh God, where's your-
What was the first video game? Wait, we did that one.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was actually a physicist made
Space
Pong.
War. Oh,
It was like that
Oh,
game where he's like, where you have the little ball and you're shooting the thing.
yeah. yeah.
I
Right.
thought the first one, well, the first unofficial
It
video
was the
game.
physicist guy that made it. It was like a whole
He made-
machine he built.
yeah,
like,
But it was like something to do with radar and
Yeah.
stuff, and like the pinging back and forth. No, do y'all know what the first console-based RPG was? And bonus points if you know the year. But
okay, hold up.
Um,
First console-based RPG, Breath of Fire.
no, but you're kind of close.
What's the first letter? Can you at least
D
D?
starts with a D, but like Breath of Fire is like pretty close to like what this name deals with.
Hmm.
If that's a decent hint.
Obviously, it's got dragons in the name.
It can't be Dragon's Dogma, right?
No.
that's
No.
a newer game.
It's
yeah.
isn't it, wait. No, I was like, it's Dragon's Lair. No, that's the fucking arcade game.
Yeah, that's an
Um,
RPG.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It is Dragon something.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait for it.
Dragon D's nuts. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, it's an RPG, console-based RPG.
It was the first console, console-based RPG, the first one.
Dragon.
Does the next word make sense, or would you be like, that's a weird ass name?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
Do you want me to just tell you?
No.
I'm thinking about every game with a dragon in it.
Yeah. Like and first
Can't
console.
be Double Dragon
Can you-
because that's
No.
that's a beat 'em up game.
Can you say which console?
SNES?
Atari
NES?
2600.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, 1982. I'll give you the year too.
Dragon's Dilemma. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be like Dragon.
Dragon and Dungeon.
Nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, I give up.
Yeah.
Dragon Stomper.
Dragon
I would have
I
never
ever would have
guessed
guessed it.
So, the first console-based RPG was released in 1982 for the Atari 2600 and called Dragon Stomper and published by Starpath. It is rated as one of the top 10 Atari 2600 games and was the first real console RPG of its kind.
Cool.
The story is particularly cliched as with any RPG, you play a dragon hunter ordered by the king to find a dragon and retrieve an amulet. The game features random battles, item collection, quests, and chances to increase the player's stats to become stronger.
Damn.
Cool.
All on the Atari. That's
Wow.
cool. I'm sure
Right.
it looks like a bunch of sticks moving around though.
Yeah, it's like little blobs. I didn't look at the video.
Yeah. I knew it. You're not gonna see like.
That shit was probably next level though back in the day.
Oh
Hell
yeah. Like
yeah.
it's so real.
So, and then the next one, what was the first game to have animated scenes? Animated cutscenes. Sorry.
Animated cutscene.
Was it Dragon's Lair?
No. What?
What do you mean animated cutscenes? Like
This is the first
you not like okay. You mean like where there's actual like.
animated cutscenes.
Yeah, this like my brain is like immediately thinking. Okay, so not like the first one to have like hand drawn shit. Just in general, it's a scene away from
The game.
the game.
I know Chrono Trigger had really nice animated cutscenes, but that's
No.
got to be like after this.
I think
whatever this is.
I think the first one it was like a Civ type game, but I forget what it's.
This
What about Maniac Mansion?
I'll give you a hint. It's a very popular game.
Oh, Final Fantasy.
Nope.
Wait.
Animated cutscenes. The first game to have animated cutscenes.
Could you give us?
Diablo?
Could you give us the first letter?
D.
Diablo is that no?
No.
Hold up. Wait for it. Before Diablo, probably.
And it was in 1981.
Holy crap!
Oh,
Doom?
No.
No.
I
No.
know what this is.
It's Dragon's Stomp. No.
On an Xbox, like on
eh?
Xbox One, and it's super popular.
Oh yeah.
Is it Dragon's Lair?
Nope.
Nope.
No. Nothing to do with
If
Dragon.
it starts with a D and it's super popular in the 80s, that means like if it came out in the 80s, was it on the SNES? Or I mean, was it on the NES? Like the Nintendo?
Not the version that it's referring to, but yes, it was on the SNES.
Okay.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt? No.
No.
I don't know. I'm just
It
naming
is.
shit
It is
now.
2 words. You want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
This is tough because I know what it is. All right, go.
Donkey Kong on the arcade.
I knew it. I fucking knew. I was like, I'm not gonna
I
say it
thought
'cause
you
it's
were
fucking
gonna-
stupid.
No, I thought you would have guessed
Aw.
Donkey Kong. So, the first game with animated cutscenes was in 1981. Donkey Kong on the arcade was released in 1981 and featured animated cutscenes, being movements of other objects in the game used as a transition. You can watch just saying there's a video up above. Also, the first game with interactive cutscenes, these being cutscenes where you could choose what to say or press buttons or to do actions, was Die Hard.
So was
Okay.
this the first animated cutscenes on console or just
In a video
general?
game.
Because didn't Pac-Man came out before Donkey Kong, and Pac-Man had cutscenes.
I think Donkey Kong came out before Pac-Man, didn't it?
No, Pac-Man. I
Are you
could have
sure
swore
about
Pac-Man
that?
came before Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's like
But-
ancient. Hold up.
No. So was
They
Pac-Man.
came around at the same time.
Yeah.
Pac-Man was 1980. Donkey Kong was 81. So,
Yeah.
or Donkey Kong arcade.
Yeah, so Pac-Man
So
had
yeah, Pac-Man,
cutscenes.
yeah.
It has the little thing where like it shows him chasing after Mrs. Pac-Man, like in between.
But was that later though? Was that in
maybe
the
they
OG?
added it
Yeah,
later.
was
That's
that
a
in the
good
OG?
point.
OG?
That's a good point.
Yeah, because we've only seen modern iterations of it.
No. I mean, like you can go play the arcades.
But was it the 1980 arcade?
That's got a
I
good
don't know.
point.
Look,
No.
I don't
see
know
where
the
you're
credibility
going
of
with
this source. Where I got it was just a list of
it.
video game
it'd be
firsts.
like that, yeah.
So take it with a grain of salt or whatever that fucking.
Oh, what
saying.
else we got here?
Is that it?
Is
That was
it?
just the two.
Okay.
Yeah, I just brought two.
I like
Yeah,
it.
they're called coffee breaks, also referred to as intermissions or cutscenes, are small humorous interactions that appear between levels in the Pac-Man maze games. So after completing round 2, Pac-Man is being chased by Blinky, who is gradually gaining speed. After they both run off screen, Blinky runs to the left, turning blue with So like they were cutscenes. So like Pac-Man technically had the first cutscenes.
Okay.
There's got to be something that predates Pac-Man. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was
surely,
thinking.
you know what I mean?
I could have swore that like the first game to actually do like real cutscenes was on the Super Nintendo or on the Nintendo, not the Super Nintendo. But like
Maybe it's considering like the cutscenes actually playing into the game and not just being a transition.
Oh, okay.
A
still don't
transition
understand.
scene.
Maybe it's in engine whenever it's doing the cutscene for
Pac-Man. And that one's like just a separate
Yeah.
thing, like an actual cutscene. That would
Yeah.
make sense. Okay, that's where
Yeah, so I'm seeing a bunch of different claims. One is saying like Data East Laserdisc video game Bega's Battle introduced animated full motion video. But then and then right below it says the first example of a complete story with beginning and end told within a video game is Donkey Kong arcade game. I don't know.
so weird.
It's all speculation.
Yeah, definitely. But I am happy to hear that it's Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's the best. So remember, guys, you've been listening to the GameSpeak podcast courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on Twitch.tv/GameSpeak every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak podcast community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast.com. Wait, there's no .com. I take that away.
Take the .com out.
Yeah, take it out right now.
We'll edit that out.
Check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JofferJamel, Brent at BrentHas1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.
Later.